Hello there, Sev from 17 once again, bringing you Chapter 7 in my Killzone 3 Elite Difficulty video walkthrough. And this level's called Reckoning. And it's an interesting one because you've seen that giant machine that's been cruising around, you know, destroying fucking giant space stations and all that bad stuff. Well, we're actually going to get to take that bad boy down. But before we can move on to that, we need to rendezvous with Narville. So straight away, when you come out into this big kind of like trench, you'll notice that there's a bunch of snipers and there's a bunch of Helghast on the left wall. So if you go to that area where I just went to, it is a decent piece of cover to shoot at people. The only problem is, as you've just seen, they will throw grenades at you. And the trick to this section that I found was the faster that you push up this hill, the less adversity you face. The only problem is, obviously, the faster you push the hill, the easier it is to die. So, it's one of those interesting balancing acts where you decide between getting up there, you know, swift as possible, or getting, you know, murdered 10 to 15 times before it works out for you. So, in this earlier opening moment, I would definitely say pick off as many dudes as you can. Just be aware there's a lot of them to the left, and that's where we're aiming for. So right now I'm getting lit up like a bitch. Run over to this little ledge, use it as cover, cruise up here. Always be careful cruising up here because there's going to be Helghast. They're everywhere, like fucking cockroaches. Clean them up, use your cover, play it intelligently, and then just bear in mind right now the only real threat is to your right in that other barricade where the Helghast are. And if you can push up here, you see the ammo dump to your left, so you know you can waste ammo. And when you hit here, it'll make the convoy move up. So your dudes are going to come with you. There comes some tanks, and this becomes significantly easier now you've got the cover of the tanks. There'll be one more Helghast guy. See, I should cancel my reload there. I don't know why I didn't. That's just lazy on my part. There'll be a rocket launcher guy over there. I've just shot at him. Thrown a couple of grenades his way, and then I'm just going to push on upwards. But you've just got to be careful now of that left flank as well, because where those dudes are dropping down, that is a spawn point. But if you can push up to it, obviously you will stop it from being a valid spawn area. But when you push into here, this is another spawn closet, so don't worry about it. As long as you're near it, it shouldn't facilitate the computer to send any enemies at you. And then all you have to do is clean up that guy, run across here. This is another spawn point, so be very careful. Clean up that dude, and now this should effectively stop that spawn, and then the tanks will carry on pushing up, and you can carry on and meet with Narville and beat the first section of the level. So it looks intimidating and it can be quite challenging, but if you take it intelligently, you shouldn't have any problems. And right there, I've just trimmed out another cutscene. Excuse me. And this is really pick your poison time now, because there's a shotgun there, there's an assault rifle, there's the Helghan rifle, and what I'm going to say for this bit is, this is kind of difficult. The reason this is hard is because there's shotgun guys, and anybody that's played any games for any amount of time will know shotgun guys on harder difficulty equal utter toss banks, and that is what they are. They will kill you so quickly in 1 to 2 shells, it's almost unfair. But me being the stubborn bastard I am, I take them on head to head and come out the victor. But when you turn that corner, there's 2 flamethrower guys. They're just as bad as shotgun guys, they're just a little bit more passive. And here is a dude chucking a grenade, which is not the smartest move, but it makes me have to retreat. And it's just a case of eking your way out, shooting, eking your way out, shooting, and just taking it slow, because if you do get caught by the shotgun guys, you're going to be seeing the checkpoint, because there's not a lot you can do. They really hurt. And that dude's trying to set me on fire. There's been a bunch of explosions. Actually, that guy had an assault rifle, didn't he? Maybe these aren't shotgun troops. That's a shotgun troop. Yeah, that's the one I remembered. Watch out for him, he's a wanker, him. And then just kill his pals. See, yeah, that was the shotgun guy. He's the one you want to watch. The others aren't too bad. Obviously, don't mess about because they will murder you very quickly. But when you come down here, you should hit a checkpoint and you should hit a cutscene. And then we can attack the Mauler, as it's called. And this looks a lot more difficult than it is. The reason for it is you're not really in any danger unless A, you stand in a danger spot, or B, when the Helghast turn up, you put yourself in bad cover and they kill you. So the general premise of this boss fight is you shoot what it tells you to shoot. So straight away, shoot its venting panels, which are the orange flaps on the side of it. Once you shoot them, that gets the Mauler's attention. He's going to look at you now. And you want to get out of these bunkers where the ammo is, and you want to stand near these conductors. And what will happen is, when you hit his vents, he will attack those bunkers where the ammo is and where this rifle is, where this, you know, this rocket launcher thing. And he'll knock the balls out of the walls, he'll destroy the masonry, he'll destroy the concrete, there'll be really, really bad cover. And if you stand in front of these conductors, you are safe for a while. But what will happen is, after you've been in this fight for quite some time, he will gradually start destroying the generators and then they'll start electrocuting you, which means that they won't be safe. But you do have a while before they overload and they start damaging you, so make sure you use it. And once you shoot the flaps, I don't know how he's hitting me now, this is just bullshit, I'm just trying to crouch and, you know, like cursing at him. Now you want to eke your way out and start destroying the turrets on him. So just watch for any machine gun fire that comes out of his body and destroy the source. Once you've destroyed enough of the turrets, he will use his main cannon again, and then you can destroy another flap. And all you have to do is destroy all his flaps. I know that sounds quite rude, but there you go. And when you go out of ammo, if you run in here, there is a refill there. Be careful, every time you come in these buildings, you do become a target. And then halfway through the fight, a bunch of Helghast are going to turn up, but you have a rocket launcher that fires 9 rockets in the space of a second, so they shouldn't really be too much trouble. And then, once all the bunkers are, you know, no safe zones, and when all these conductors are bullshit, all you have to do then is run across to the left and crouch, and then you shouldn't be in any kind of danger, and then you can finish him off. So it's not too bad, it's just a case of, you know, situational awareness, not getting screwed by bullshit, because sometimes he can hit you with a random rocket that will instantly kill you, and there's nothing you can do, it's just one of those moments. But you've just got to listen to that guy when he says get away from the conductors, or whatever they're called, get away from the generator or else it'll electrocute you, because it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's persistent damage, so your screen starts getting fucked up, and when your screen's fucked up, you're going to start panicking because you don't understand why it's happening, and you think you're going to die, and all that kind of bad stuff. But this is patience, this is all about, you know, learning the pattern, learning the routine, and repeating it flawlessly. So I'm going to take this time to talk about something a little different, and that is something me and my friends have been on about doing for years now, but like anything that happens when you go down to the pub or the bar, for you Americans and Canadians, see, I do love you too, and you're with your buddies and you're having a few beers, and you talk about doing stuff, and then the next day you completely forget about it, and a year passes and you still haven't done what you said you were going to do. So we've been talking about doing a podcast for a long time, and not really a podcast for anything other than ourselves, and an opportunity for us all to sit in a room, have a few beers, talk about games, because it's pretty much what we do anyway. It's just a case of if we could record it and put it onto some kind of site, then it's a plus, isn't it? Because you never know, you might get an audience, you might get some people that enjoy it, and it's something to focus on. It's something to, you know, you're not wasting your summer, you're not wasting your weekends when you've got something like that, something productive coming out of it. So that is definitely something when we break up from university that we're going to be looking into doing, because me and my buddies, when we all get in a room, we're all a bunch of silly bastards, so it's always funny, and we're all, you know, well equipped to talk about games, because we're all gamers, we're all crazy gamers, the type of gamers that have owned nearly every system, are always talking about it when they're with their friends, always know what's coming out, always know what a game is when somebody mentions it, and always have very strong contrasting opinions, so we get into some pretty funny arguments with each other. And it's been something I've been hoping to get started, and it's probably going to start this summer when it kicks off, and I'll probably be putting them on my YouTube account. The main reason for this is I now have longer than 15-minute videos, so I don't know what my cap is now, and it'd been interesting to hit it. But if I can get it up, it would be cool, because it gives your guys something else to look at. And if you're anything like me when it comes to podcasts, I like to put a podcast on and then do something. Like I'll play games, or I'll you know, I'll do work or stuff like that, or I'll even read and things. But so it'll give your guys something a little extra, something interesting to come back to my channel for. It might completely fail, we might be, you know, the least interesting podcast on the planet, but at the end of the day we're going to be doing it for fun, so if we enjoy it, hopefully other people will, and it'll reflect that in how well it does, because if it's something like half an hour long, or depending on the time limit, if it's an hour long, I really don't know the restrictions right now, but I'll probably be throwing stuff like combat training on it, because I can sit at home, I can play an hour's worth of combat training and get like ridiculous amounts of footage to drop on there, so that's just dead simple. But right now I'm getting electrocuted by that generator, so that's when you know that you're in trouble, and it's all because he's shooting at them now, trying to get me, and this one's set off. Oh no, he hasn't, it's just, whoa, Yes, it has. There it goes. You see it? Knight's electrocuting me. Right now is the fight or flight moment where you've got to get in cover. And what I do is kind of cheeky, because the Helghast are here, and I stand here, and it's not quite at the bunker, and it's not quite at the generator, and it enables me to regenerate my life. It also let me blow up the Helghast, so they were dead simple. But when you've got nowhere to hide like I have right now, if you run over here, and you crouch down, you should be safe in this corner. Obviously, if any Helghast or anything turn up, they could make your night a little bit rougher, but for the most, he's going to blow the tits off them things, and then he's going to let you shoot him, so you should be fine. The ammo is now, if anything, easier to get to, because you know you know exactly where it is. It's the only thing still standing. And just keep focusing on his vents, don't go near the generators, or else they will hurt you. And there you go, the Mauler is down, so not really a boss fight if you ask me, but still a pretty cool encounter. And that's the end of the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, you take care now.